talk about your cause and effect essays. You're all done with the essay, and so now that I've graded them, I want to give some general comments that will apply to a lot of your essays so that hopefully we can fix some problems and do a great job on our next comparison and contrast essays. Let's talk about plagiarism, first of all. We use Turnitin as a college, and so if you plagiarize your essay, I will find out because the plagiarism checker is automatic and it flags anything that has been used in any other essays, not only at Cleveland State, but also on the internet. So please have integrity, do your own work. You cannot work together and turn in a paper that is similar to another student. It will find it. And so let's have some integrity and let's have some honesty and let's do some hard work. In this next module, we'll be talking a lot about plagiarism and learning more about it in case you do have questions. Next, make sure you read the instructions. Some of you turned in essays that did not meet the minimum word count requirement, 600 words, and that's the requirement for our next essay. And so you lost some valuable points for that. Also, these essays need to be formatted using MLA format. There is a nice video that you can watch in Module 3 that talks about MLA formatting and how to double space those essays and provide the right headings. And also, speaking of instructions, make sure you pay attention to the topic. You have to write on this topic. You may not select your own topic. And so the topic instructions are on the assignment sheet. Read through that entire sheet and make sure you understand the instructions. If you don't, go ahead and send me an email so that we can discuss and make sure you are clear on your instructions. Then, a lot of you failed to turn in an outline on the discussion board. Turning in the outline in the discussion board, I know you have to turn it in early on Wednesday, but it really is helpful. It allows me to look at your outline and identify any big problems before you start writing your essay. And you get to showcase your thesis and also your research. And so if there are big errors in either of those categories, myself or some of your classmates can point those out for you. And don't forget, when you post your outline, to go in and find another student's work and look at that and offer constructive criticism to get the full points on your grade and actually make it a workshop. It's so helpful for you as a writer to be able to learn to proofread other people's work as well. Next, speaking of proofreading, proofread, proofread, proofread. Page 81 in your textbook talks about run-on sentences, and this was probably the most common error in the essays that I read. And don't forget that you have resources. Actually, these resources are not only free, but they get you extra credit towards your essay. So don't forget to use either tutor.com or TLC to help you with your proofreading and earn extra credit on the way. If you have questions about this, just let me know. And you can also use other friends that you have access to and let them read your paper. And if you can't find any friends, grab your puppy dog and read your essay out loud to your puppy. And as you read your essay out loud, you may be able to hear some of the errors that are in your essays that I was able to find. So proofread to get all those grammar errors out and to fix awkward sentences and run-on sentences. Now let's talk about in-text cites and the works cited page. You really need to go to page 737 that will explain and demonstrate in-text cites because we need to use the author's last name and the page number in parentheses after the quote. Now it's even better if you can preview the quote by talking about the author, introducing the author first, then you don't have to put the author's last name in parentheses, you only need the page number. But if you have questions, once again, you can send me those questions and I can help you through the writing process so that you don't have any errors in your in-text cites. Now your in-text citations have to refer directly to the works cited page. These two go together, and so the works cited page lists the source that the in-text cite comes from. The in-text cite tells me who wrote it and what page it's listed on, and then I go to the works cited page to see where I can find that source and access it directly. Of course, I already knew what your two sources were, but we're practicing formal writing and formal, correct MLA style. So on the Works Cited page, you were citing an essay in an anthology. Go to page 744 to find exact detailed instructions on how to cite an essay in an anthology. I'll be posting an example on our web page as well. And then make sure that you watch, there's a 4-minute MLA video that would also be helpful to watch before you write your next essay. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm looking forward to these comparison and contrast essays.